Hey, it's Tammy Time. Welcome to the show, where the fun's always prime. I'm your host, Tammy Hernandez, and I'm here to bring the heat, with conversations that sparkle and energy that can't be beat. From lifestyle to entertainment and everything in between, we'll dive into topics that matter and make your day supreme. So grab a cup of coffee, get comfy, and let's get started. It's Tammy Time, and we're gonna have a blast every single part.
Hi, and welcome back to Tammy Time. I'm Tammy Hernandez with my co-host Gizmo, who is my little doggy for those of you all who don't know me, and thank you all for joining me again. And today's guest is my very good friend Lily. She's done my makeup, and so tell us about yourself.
Yes, so I've been a makeup artist over 30 years. Oh my God, that sounds like such a long time, but I'm a pro, yes. But beyond that, I'm also an esthetician, a content creator, a social media consultant, a mentor, an educator. I always love to say I love to entertain, educate, and elevate.
Well, yeah, because you were working, what was it, a few years ago, teaching at one of the cosmetology schools.
I was at a school and I was teaching. That was a learning experience. And then from there I learned that I don't want to teach at a school. I want to teach online.
Yeah, because I'd want to spank half the kids if I had to teach at any school.
Trust me, I wanted to get like old school on them. I was like, what do you mean? What do you mean?
and you taught me too that there was a bad part of Boca.
There is.
I did not know there was that. That was the lesson.
You know, you're very experienced moving to Boca, and there's always, but there is a bad part of Boca, which I had no clue about.
You didn't know until you started the school, because the students told you.
And I was like, where do you guys live? They're like, Boca. And I'm like, well, still, east, west, how do you call it?
I think it's somewhere way west, or I don't know, maybe.
We don't want to.
We don't
want to know either.
We like the pretty neighborhoods.
Yes, I do. I mean, not to sound shallow, but I do like the pretty people, the good vibes, the amazingness that like you bring.
Well, I have a traveling thing, and I call it traveling for dummies or for Tammy, that if you have a choice between, and this will work anywhere in the world, between staying in a town, because say you want to visit multiple cities,
right? If
you stay in the town where there is an LV or a Hermes, it's prettier than staying where there isn't. And if you stay in a 3-star hotel that's on the block where my friends are, Chanel, Louis, Gucci, it's better than a 5-star hotel on the outskirts of town.
Did you start your traveling pages yet?
No, but that's traveling for blondes.
But you see, you give blondes, not that like blondes have, blondes do have more fun. You always have fun, but you're always also very smart, very smart businesswoman.
Well, yeah, but it's for traveling. It's interesting because I've traveled all around the world, and I have learned that where those streets are, that street's clean and pretty no matter what's going on.
That's true. That's true. You know what?
There's not the graffiti, like, because you can go to Barcelona and they put down the shutters and it's graffitied, but then you don't see them on the pretty street. You see it.
I've never been to Europe. I've heard Europe is very, like, for lack of a better word, very ghetto, very hood, very like.
It's changed.
Okay.
With the mass migration, it's changed. Like when I used to go to Paris, there was no graffiti, because if you didn't repaint your building every few years, you were fined. But now with the mass migration, it's just they've got graffiti and different things. Then like when I was in Rome, you have the people chasing you down the streets trying to sell you water bottles at the Colosseum, which was weird. So it's just different.
What's up with the water bottles in Europe?
I don't know, but I wouldn't trust some vendor sending me a bottle of water on the street with no license.
Correct.
Carrying them out of this backpack thing.
That sounds a little iffy. Like somebody's chasing me like, water.
Yeah.
You know,
no, it's just a thing.
They didn't pick it up at Costco, the ones on the street here, no?
No, they didn't. They picked it up, I don't know where. Who says it's not a refilled bottle? Who says it's not with something in it that can injure me? It's no, I buy stuff at the stores. I mean, I'd buy the little handmade stuff. Like in Mexico City, they have this whole park where they have a bunch of vendors.
Right.
But they're licensed for vending, and they make their little crafts fair. It's like a crafts fair. So I'll buy that stuff.
Right.
But I'm not buying a bottle of water or anything to eat from something that doesn't have any license.
Take notes.
Because I don't know what's in it. But I wouldn't also do that in the U.S., so it's not just there. I'm not buying water or food from some random thing out of some backpack anywhere.
No, not at all, not at all, not at all. Especially in today's where it's like, here's some water, and they're like, oh, you know what? I don't know about that. But
I watched, there was some woman about Uber, because I use Uber since I suck at driving. I'm half blind in one eye, and Gizmo only gets car sick
you
when
have
I'm driving.
you have the best toys, the best grown woman toys, but yet.
Yeah, but the only time Gizmo gets car sick is when I'm driving. Anybody else in the world could be driving, and he's perfectly fine, but leave it to me and he throws up. So that's a sign I shouldn't drive. But yeah, so I've had good Uber drivers, not good ones. But there was this woman talking about how the Uber driver was trying to drop her off at the wrong place.
Oh yes, I've heard about that.
Now,
we have to be self-aware of that.
Well, first off, when I get into an Uber, if I'm leaving a place with my friends, my friends will say, tell so-and-so to tell me hi when you get home, so they know somebody's waiting.
1,000%.
Number two, when I get into it, if it's my home or somebody else's home, I was just visiting someone, so they don't know where my actual residence is. And the other thing is that I pay attention to where we're going, because I had two different ones pick me up and try to go south when I was going north, and they said they needed to get gas. I said, well, there's gas stations north, so I don't know why you're trying to go south.
Correct.
To take me north. So didn't like that.
You have to be so aware. So let me ask you, I know this is your show, but let me ask you something, because this is important to know, like, how do you stay protected out there when you're in an Uber for them? Because it's easy in today's world, it's easy for an Uber driver to like, hey, there's a woman, she's not paying attention, look at her, she's good looking. Like, so how do we still self-aware, and how do we protect ourselves?
So in Gizmo's stroller over there, we have they are resin brass knuckles, and I actually take these when I go to clubs and everything, because guess what? So I made them out of resin.
You made them yourself? Okay,
yeah,
so I've had, they exist, but these are like,
so they're girly. But the other thing, guess what? You can't. They're not detected on metal detectors.
Oh yes. Tammy.
So what that is, it's a resin brass knuckles that I made out of resin that they have purple for the view. For the listeners, with pink glitter and stuff.
I'm a purple girl, and look at my nails. Like this matches like so good right now.
So I have that. Then I also have a taser that's a clicker that looks like it's a car alarm, which I fly with because you're allowed to.
Oh,
I don't know if I'm allowed to or not allowed to.
But you get away with it.
Because it looks like a car clickety-click.
Okay.
So that's another thing I do. But I suggest for everybody to take self-defense classes. I also believe in the Second Amendment, which we won't get into.
We won't get into either.
but I say self-defense and knowing how to protect yourself is always good in regards to anything these days. Yeah. But I also am not the person who can walk and text because of my vision.
Correct.
So I'm always paying attention to what's coming.
Hypervigilant, yes.
But a lot of people, because you can't walk and text and look around you. And
I see so many people. I live on a first floor in Dania, on the first floor, where like everybody you see a lot of people walking around. And the one thing that I always see, just everybody walking their dogs, especially like, I don't want to say younger generation, but just
no, it's the younger generation.
They're walking, you're not even paying attention to your dog, you're like, you just.
Yeah, see, I can't walk and text because I fall.
I will, today I say, I'm almost 47 years old. Like, I definitely do not want to trip and fall, because that could be a hip replacement.
Yeah, well, I turned 50 on November. Yeah, I turned 50 November 24th.
No way.
So I will say,
you look amazing, though.
Thanks. So I will say that because anytime I have tried to text and walk just to even, or to try to dial a number, I've fallen off the curb into a mud puddle. I was trying to call my friend, stepping up one step of my building, fell and spilt my bubbly tea, whatever the tea is that you buy that has a little bubble in it.
The bubba,
The bubba tea. All over the front door area. Gizmo was in a bag, so we both took a dive that day. So yeah, I can't walk and text. I can't try to call a number while I'm walking up a step because I'll fall. So, but yeah, more people should pay attention to what's going on, because I've watched, if you get stuck on certain algorithms for social, you'll see like these people in the subways, they don't see the people coming at them because they're on their phone and somebody comes and hits them.
Correct.
So there's no
1,000%.
What is that, offense or defense?
I believe you have to.
You have
no. You're just not aware. You know, not aware. I feel like you have to be hyper vigilant no matter what. I feel like anywhere that
defense. They have no defenses because they're not paying attention.
Yeah, they have no. What do they call it nowadays? They have no
self-awareness.
No survival mode.
Oh, survival skills? Oh no,
they don't have survival modes. They're like, I don't know what's going on, or they see something. The first thing that they do, instead of they look, or they pull the phones to record.
Look, these generations, do you know how they survive college? They use their Google Maps walking to get to their classes, and then they wonder why they're late. Okay,
right?
They don't know how to get from anywhere without a googly map.
I'm not gonna go too far with my own daughter that told me the other day. She's like, she has always been a Google hypochondriac.
Oh, so she's her own doctor.
Because she was younger in the Google generation when first Google, and then she will always tell me anytime that I ask something like, "Oh, what is this?" She's like, there is Google, and she's 24 now, but this is like earlier before ChatGPT, before like it was, and then now the other day she told me, you don't have to go to Google no more. All you got to do is just go to ChatGPT. I don't even think anymore. And I was like, no, girl, you have. I was like, no, because she's a smart girl. And I'm like, you're gonna go from Google hypochondriac to ChatGPT. I don't know what.
When you said hypochondriac, I thought she was WebMDing herself.
Well, no, yeah, she is exactly, because every other month she's 1 month she has cancer, the other day she has a brain tumor, the other time she has, I'm always like, and the first thing I tell them, I'm like, should I be preparing for your funeral?
Just have her eat guanaja. Have her eat soursop. That kills everything.
Oh, you know what? I'm going to tell her, because she's in the kava.
Yeah, do soursop. It gets rid of particular things and has been proven too.
Oh,
tamarind too. Tamarind takes out microplasties and everything,
Oh,
so,
is that...
Tamarindo,
yeah. I was gonna say, I love that. I love when Tammy pops out her
Spanish,
her Hernandez.
Yes, my Hernandez, because most people don't realize.
Yeah, she's a Key West girl.
Yes,
you're a Caribbean.
Yeah, well, and Cubans tend to be lighter. I had somebody tell me the other day that there's no such thing as a red-headed Cuban unless it's dyed. I said, no, you are so wrong. I know like 5 off the top of my head that are natural redheads.
Yeah. But I love that. I love how people can just like, kind of like disguise and they don't know, because you're the kind of person that people could have a conversation in another language and you're like,
yeah.
See?
Yep, that's what I do. I'll go into construction sites and let them all talk all this stuff, and then I turn around and I just start complaining about what they're doing in Spanish.
Speaking of construction, I just saw you always being Boob the Builder, because we always talk about that. And what is this little project that you have going on? Because I was like, what?
It's a new club that I have a small percentage in, that's opening in Fort Lauderdale.
Okay.
And it's gonna be a cabaret, has a steakhouse, and then a private cigar lounge that's members only. That is the cigar part is members only, and that's called Backstage. So it's Kaya, and is the name of the club. It's where the skating ring used to be. That's next to the airport.
Yes, yes, or federal highway. Yes,
federal.
Yes, I know exactly.
Yeah, that's where it's going.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So no more skating part, but then we're gonna have.
Well, there wasn't a skating ring there in forever.
Yeah,
it was an empty building. So yeah, that's where it's going to be. So it should be cool. It's going to be fun.
Amazing.
It has a lot of cool stuff that nobody else has in the state of Florida, with all these really cool screens.
And Fort Lauderdale needs to reamp with something different rather than what they have, because Fort Lauderdale is growing. And that place, that location, I know exactly what you're talking about.
It's right next to some business that rents the cherry pickers. I don't know the real term for them, but the lifts, they're cherry pickers. It's in between that rental company and a pet hotel. So, there's a vet there.
You got a pet hotel, so you could bring your pets and drop them off for
a boarding. You could drop off your pet and then go hang out at the club.
That's amazing. I cannot wait to see it happening. When is this?
They're as soon as they get all the rest of the approvals. So we're saying March.
Okay, so you're looking for a spring opening sort of thing?
Spring break, yeah, probably.
Well, we'll better send me an invite.
I will when we start it. We will. It will be fun. It's going to be fun.
I love that you're always involved in. You're hands-on. You're always hands-on. You're a pretty face, but you're a pretty face that wears amazing shoes and amazing clothing. But this woman is always hands-on. Like if this needs to be moved, if that picture needs to be hung, or if this wall needs to be plastered,
I'll be doing it.
You're gonna do it. You're just gonna put your
my
clothing on.
We'll put on my Boob the Builder outfit and do it, because I come up with projects.
You do. You do. You're so creative. You have such creativity. You're such an inspiration, no matter what. Always, you're an inspiration. Every single time that I still have somebody, as a social media consultant that I am, I always tell people unpin these certain things.
Right.
And I'm like, no, I'm not unpinning my Tammy out of my, because no matter what, I always get a comment or something with it, and I'm like, Tammy is amazing. You do not know Tammy until you know Tammy.
Right.
And it's so amazing because you do so much.
Well, some people think that what I post on social is...
It's what you actually... that's the fun of you.
That's just the silliness, but that's not the
businesswoman that you are.
Right. That's not also me making stuff, building stuff. Because we know I think I'm a comedian.
No, you should have been a comedian no matter what. You are a comedian no matter what. I'm pretty sure that you're following the people that know you, that have conversations with you. Definitely, you should have been born to be a businesswoman.
Or we could
be a comedian. Or
we should go do stand-up one day.
Wish we should try that. Is there a thing to let's go do stand-up?
Yeah, there are places where they have open mic and you can do stand-up there. Somebody invited me to do that, I think, last year. I never made it that far.
The funny thing is that you telling just a random regular story, that's why it's funny, because it's funny because it's true. This really happened, but it's funny because it's true.
Oh, yeah.
And the way you have to say things is just so funny. I just absolutely, every single time, I'm glad that we're here again, because every single time that I've done your makeup, every single time that we sat down, it's always good energy.
So where do you do your facials now, and where can people find you to do facials or to book for makeup?
Perfect. So now everything I do is online. Everything I do online, I do call it a private studio because it is my home studio. So you do have to qualify to be my client.
Right.
It's not, I don't take everybody. It's almost like a members only facial club.
Good. I would like that. I understand
it's a members only facial club. It's my private home studio. It's in Dania Beach. You can find me at the Lily Effect Beauty. All my handles, the lilyeffectbeauty.com. I do specialist treatment, meaning anti-aging, acne, and I do facials with intention. I don't just give you, the fluffy facial is still with it, but is corrections, is facials with intentions, is correcting something, not just because I just want to get my face clean. No, we're gonna do, if you have a skin concern, that's what I do. I used to work with lasers and all of that, but I'm really more into microneedling now because I don't have a laser, and I cannot have a laser in my home studio. And And when people say, why don't you rent a studio space? The reason why I don't rent a studio space...
But then you can't pick and choose.
Exactly. And I do so many more other things that I consider my time valuable, and that's why I take only certain clients, and my services are always amazing, which you've seen my makeup.
Yes, you do spectacular makeup. And then the other thing is that then you can pick and choose, because when people call on the phone, you never know what you're getting when you're at a regular salon.
Correct. And when you go to like a regular med spa, you might get Becky today, and tomorrow you're gonna get Vicky, and then Vicky might go somewhere else, and then you might fall in love with Vicky, and then the next time you come, it's like, oh, Vicky's not here anymore.
Consistency.
Exactly. So in order to see results, you got, in my opinion, in the many years that I've been in this industry, sticking to one person, and I think I would do this as long as my back allows me to. Mm-hmm. But that's why I pick private clients.
Leaning over.
Yeah.
For that facial chair.
Yeah, it's always a lot of posture. It's a lot of body ergonomics that you have to think about no matter what. So
no, that makes sense, because you're working around their self and everything to figure it out.
Exactly, and then you have to give me your chiropractor that you go to.
I know. Well, that's well, I do have two. I have Dr. Dan and Dr. Cracks. Dr. Dan has a lot more treatments that he does. So, and Dr. Cracks is good for like a quick adjustment. So, two totally different techniques and styles.
Right. Yeah. Sometimes you need a quickie, sometimes you need a longer treatment.
Right. Yeah. Sometimes you got to work the muscles, loosen them up so that it doesn't, like when you just get cracked and then it goes back out of place because your muscles are tight.
Right.
So it all depends on what you're working at and doing.
And what your body needs, because you sometimes depending on the area, but I believe in chiropractor so much. Like sometimes it's like when you can't move something.
Yeah, no, like I had popped my collarbone out of place last year moving.
How did you do that?
Oh, I was moving a shelf and didn't
the builder.
I didn't take the boxes off of it, so the box fell and hit my collarbone.
Oh.
And I thought that I injured my neck, so I complained that my neck was messed up. And got to Dr. Dan, and Dr. Dan said, nope, your collarbone's out of place, and had to pop it back in.
Did that hurt?
No, nope. I just thought I had tweaked my neck, but yeah, no. I mean, it was okay.
Does anything hurt, Tammy?
Yeah, something has to be broke for me to...
Like really broke for
me to say, ow, I'm in pain. It has to be a real
Have you ever, what was the last time you said, I'm in pain?
I think when my collarbone, my knee, when I popped my knee out of place at the Fountain of Youth because I was where I wasn't supposed to be.
That's ironic.
Okay, so the Fountain of Youth, that water doesn't taste good, so I don't suggest you trying it in St. Augustine. But, so I was up by where the Indian people that they have by where the well is, and the guy told me to get down. So when I was told to get down, I jumped down instead of taking my time and popped my knee out of place.
Ooh.
So it swelled up, and it happens to be the knee that I have my ACLs, the cadaver's tendon, and everything.
Did you jump right into the water real quick?
No, then we continued on with the rest of the day doing more silly stuff, and then like at driving back, I just said, I need to ice it. So wrapped it and elevated it the next 2 days, and seems to be okay now. That was like over a year ago, so that's the last time.
And you actually had the water from the Fountain of Youth?
Yeah.
And it doesn't taste good?
No, it doesn't taste so good.
Did you get any sickness from it?
No, I tried it
but
as a kid. But that knee got
better.
Yeah, I would. But I also tried it as a kid and remembered it didn't taste so good then either when I went there, because I've been there multiple times.
As a Floridian, can you believe I have not visited St. Augustine?
No, it's the oldest city in the U.S.
It's
also where all the horses came from.
So much history.
We were the first cattle state and the first horse state. They were all brought over from the Spaniards.
I love how you always have these fun facts that
we should do trivia with Tammy.
No, I love that. This is, you know what? This is something you should do trivia with Tammy. Like, that's such a fun fact. I know it's is one of the older states. Actually, my daughter just went because she's in DeLand, Florida.
Okay.
So DeLand is also a historic town.
It is. They had farming there.
They have a lot of farming.
Cattle.
Yes.
They had cattle, and so.
So DeLand is one of the cities that even when I go, every time I see it, I'm like, wow, this is so much history. And then not only that, but I see its little building, and then they have restaurants and, you know, the old construction, and then it says, oh, apartment for rent, like $800. And I'm like, what? And then my daughter says, it's because they have mold. It says the building established in 1840 something.
Right.
And then I'm like, oh, I'm ready to move over here. She's like, did they put a disclaimer, there's mold issues.
What's the name of your daughter's kava bar?
So my daughter has in DeLand, a historic town in Florida, is called Roots Kava Bar. And they're going in their second year.
So anybody traveling in that area needs to stop off there and have a kava.
Have kava, have the tea, they play trivia games, they do art. Every night they do something. So yeah, check them out too, you know, giving shout out to my daughter's Roots Kava Bar and her fiance. They're amazing. So
yeah, no,
check them out.
Everybody should if they're in there. But yeah, it's St. Augustine's pretty. It's actually one of the top 10 places to look at Christmas lights in the U.S.
Plans. Writing it down. Plans.
Oh, and it was wonderful, Lily, having you here.
Yes.
And thank you all for tuning in and joining me on Tammy Time. And have a wonderful week.
Goodbye. Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
As we wrap up today's show, I want to thank each and every one of you for being part of the Tammy Time community. I'm so grateful for the conversations we've had and the stories we've shared. Remember, you are strong, capable, and deserving of love and respect. Don't let anyone ever tell you otherwise. Keep shining your light and know that I'm rooting for you every step of the way. Until next time, take care of yourselves and each other. And I'll see you tomorrow on Tammy Time.